drops of perfume. And lo and behold, is he better?
That's it, Roach.
Go up to any knife and shout, "The beast!"
My fingers leave the shreds.
Better to die of drink than of boat.
Unbelievable.
Come on, Roach.
What a day.
Move it.
3 tablets, none of which are suitable to show myself on.
Let's go.
Smashing work.
Behave yourself.
Have you heard? Vermentino and Coronata have partnered up to purchase Bellegarde.
Lovely trifles.
The raucous is terrifying at times.
Come on. Come on, Roach.
Scrawny, grey-haired, ill-fated.
Geralt, so content to see you. Le Papillon, Troubadour, remember?
Hey there.
I've never found the opportune moment. See, I never had the chance, in fact, to say I'm a devoted fan.
Thanks.
Of Master Dandelion. I know the bards, every ballad in his cycle about the Witcher. Oh, I cannot believe my luck.
Need something from me?
Indeed, a matter most magnificent. My coiffeur, Jean-Louis Lotovic, has gone missing. Now, you shall rescue him, while I compose an epic ballad about it. Listen, fair folk, to a glorious tale of a missing friseur and a widowhood prevail.
What happened exactly? Claim the hairdresser's missing, but are you sure?
Yes, yes. I've no doubt something's transpired. Something terrible, absurd. Jean-Louis is never late to work. He's punctual to a fault. I'm certain he'd be honored if I am the one to sing his dramatic rescue.
Who's gonna pay me to find this barber?
I will. Such opportunities come knocking rarely. But you must take me with you, for I must transcribe all that occurs as it happens.
Fine, but unusual as contracts go, it'll cost you more.
Naturally. To be expected. Yes, by all means. As you wish.
Fine, see what I can learn. Now, if you have to come with me, just one request. Stay out of the way. Mine and my swords.
Of course. You shan't even notice me. Jean-Louis' studio is just there. Right here. Ah!
What's the matter?
I've hit upon the perfect ending. And all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Thought this was about a witcher and a coiffeur. What's the Duchess got to do with it?
Her grace can be as fickle as the colt she rides. Today, all remember my fine couplets at the tourney. Yet tomorrow, her illustriousness bought by her breakfast might demand a new epic poem. One must grab at opportunity before it flits away. Well then, where shall we start?
At the door, by breaking it down.
No! Please, no!
Scissors are completely dull.
Let's go
No
inside.
way you could use these to cut hair. Empty pomade jar. Strong floral fragrance. Very strong.
That's Jean-Louis' special floral elixir. A recipe is a jealously guarded secret.
Looks like he ran out. This jar's empty too.
Taking, but I never believed it.
This jar's empty too. Lock's untouched. No attempt at forced entry.
Any finds? Dried blood. Knives flecked with flesh.
The coiffeur's log. The manicure, curling, Centrian pendulum, Rivian ponytail, raftsman's due. Longer style in Novigrad. His appointments. Last one was a certain Lady La Pompadour. Know her?
Yes, a dear old bird. Jean-Louis done her hair for a decade. Completely harmless.
Sketch here. Looks like a map. This mean anything to you?
I may understand where it points, but if so, there's naught there. Just fields and meadows.
Think I understand.
As do I. Perhaps. Around he looked, yet all was quite proper. I see razors, pomades, but no blasted hair chopper.
Mind being quiet for a minute? Think I might know what happened to the hairdresser. No evidence of a break-in, no signs of a struggle. To my mind, he just went out to find ingredients for his pomade. Looks like he ran out. Of pomade.
Yes, indeed. He'd have gone into the meadows beyond the city to gather flower petals for it. Trolls must have devoured him. Or a cyclops. Splendid either way.
Think you could find the place using his map?
Naturally.
Lead the way then.
Shaylee gets shone in its azure glow, scent marking times like a daisical flow.
What do you want?
They ventured beyond walls by vines entwined, into the unknown the poor barber to find.
Gonna do that the whole way?
Bidding them farewell, the gravestones musk covered, they strode briskly on by doubts unencumbered. Behold, the location from the map.
Damn it, get back.
What beast was that?
An archospore.
Might there be more nearby?
Who knows?
And your sharpened senses, what do they say?
That you'd rather turn and run.
Oh, a primo jest. Let us continue onward. I know you'll stand in my defense. You will you not? On to the second point on the map. The witch's blade flash juices spouted and poured, covering all about in an archospore's gore. No piece of the stylist fell from its bowels. The frisser had been nabbed by aught else most foul. There! Jean-Louis' basket! I'd recognize it anywhere. He was here. We can be certain now.
A basket of flower petals. Same smell as the pomade.
A clue! I think I found one. No, seems not.
Grass is trampled. Multiple sets of footprints. A little blood. Seems you were right. He ran into trouble.
Phew, what luck! I just hope it's not Cyclopes. Hard-pressed to find a rhyme for that. So? On his trail yet, are you?
Ground's made of rock. Trail's gone cold. Wandered deeper into the cave.
My, a Toxotakis, to prod one to fear.
Fear uninspiring. No rhymes at the ready.
At the Kohiri court, they have nothing else. No damsel will manage to resist. Pure poppycock, you beard mangler! The latest rage in some bomb-botched covier. We're in Nilfgaard, you bung munch!
What did he do to you?
What did he do? He quaffed me, gave me a duck's ass, an ape drape, a beaver paddle, I don't even know. So ashamed I couldn't attend the tourney. I'd have proved my valor, Mademoiselle Vivian de Tabry my prize. Then this scallywag with his talk of the rage missed my chance by the hair on my head.
Got him back good from what I can see.
That is but the start. I've not yet decided if I shouldn't snip off something more.
Doesn't seem terribly chivalrous. What about honor? Your oath on the peacock? All that?
I do vow on the noble bird I shall gut you if you do not skedaddle. On guard! stand and fight. I challenge thee. And you boys dare not intervene. By golly, by gum, this will be chivalrous.
Listen, children, a story you shall hear of a witcher who walloped a rogue knight's steady hair.
I'll spoon up on me, gonna be. I can do the same to the top and the madness.
It's grown rather late. I believe we'll be on our way.
Le Papillon, le Beholder's wounds. You saved me at the last second.
You're welcome. Jean-Louis Ludovic, I presume. Let's get out of here before he...
Quiet, both of you! I've got it! They froze in their fear, the knight's henchmen and squires, while his bowels set loose, heavenward spiraled. The witcher cleft him in two lacerated, his neck swing the swine adroitly castrated. With one more caress from the witcher's blade, the knight's guts popped out, his breakfast betrayed. They hobbled a pace on his stump arms like crutches, all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
What about my pay?
I've decided you should receive a reasonable share of the royalties. Payable, let us say, semi-annually?
Meaning you're broke just now.
I owe you 1,000 thanks, Master Witcher. I'll gladly pay your reward. Not to mention trimming you when you see the need and come by.
Thanks. Take care now.
Let's go. Run, Roach.
Go, go.
Stop, send the whip away those running. Nothing says
Brett
enough
at the
like a
screen.
push
faster.
Of course, I can tell you.
Granny chills. By the prophet's wings, a witcher.
Let's go.
Move it! Whoa there, Roach. Camp's abandoned, but a lot of this damage is recent. Guess I arrived just a little too late. Should look around still. Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been. Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open. Draconid. Gotta be. Maybe a basilisk? Except these prints don't belong to any variety I know. Just a little different. dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does nest here. I look after it personally.
Look after it? It's not exactly a pet. Beasts murdering folk who come through here.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not trespass upon its territory.
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today, I learned 2 traders had chosen this route despite the signs. I came as quick as I could to warn them. Too late, alas. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a generous sum as recompense.
Pay the victim's family's compensation? Why?
These lands have been my family's for decades, granted to us by Duchess Ademarta. Beyond them, the basilisk ventures not, hunts not, it does not kill or destroy. Provided it is not provoked. Yet if it does destroy, if it kills, I compensate all for their loss, from my own coffers.
Your coffers? Got a store of sons and husbands in there to compensate for those shredded by your beast?
Naturally, I cannot revive the dead, but I do make generous restitution to their loved ones. Just last summer, I paid a leather tooler's widow 800 crowns. This unfortunate merchant's family, to be duly indemnified as well.
Who exactly are you? And how'd you develop such an interest in the beast?
Count Borges, happy to be of service. As to the beast, well, this subspecies is our dynastic symbol. The Disalfareses have for centuries signed with the Regulus Platinum. As family legend has it, a female of the species rescued an ancestor, a boy at the time, from a burning building. She took the tyke back to her nest, where she fed him as if he were one of her own youngsters.
Malarkey.
To be sure, but beautiful malarkey it is.
Claim this to be the last surviving basilisk? How do you figure?
The last of this subspecies. Their population was much larger at one time, see? Before the beech forests were felled.
Mean to suggest a direct correlation between beechwood forest density and basilisk populations?
Indirect, I prefer to contend. Beechwood forests are the chief habitat of roe deer, you see. In turn, a staple of the basilisk diet. When roe deer grew scarce, basilisks made humans their staple food. Enter the witchers. And thus, we've come to this one last specimen. It's a female. As recently as last year, we still had 2. But Yocast's mate passed on, alas.
Yocast?
Should she not have a name? My father dubbed her in honor of my dear departed mother. Yocast was brooding then. 2 eggs. That she cast from her nest, alas, when the male perished.
Where's the basilisk nesting? Any idea?
Of course I have an idea. But you don't really expect... Those are not toy swords. I know your intentions.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Mentioned 2 merchants. So I might also look for the other corpse. Basilisk scales are usually thicker, not nearly so fine.
Zamanı geldi Emir.
Sensitive to fire this
Zamanı
one.
geldi.
Alas, it is true. Yocast has a terrible fear.
Hoş geldin.
She's a highly sensitive creature.
Son Witcher yayınımız.
Rid your mind of any thought to kill her. You would destroy the last of a species.
Çok konuşuyorsun da boş konuşuyorsun be abi. Yani.
Strange. These burn marks.
Yani başlarım tabii ki ama yayınlamam yani. Canlı yayında oynamam.
It is so indeed. A wound from a sterling basilisk festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that. Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Your Coco is so very curious. Strong scents especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched. I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
Aynen kardeşim, aynen. Kesin öyle olmuştur. Bu adam beni takip mi ediyor? Valla takip ediyor.
Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Blood stains. Clear as day. Sense perceptible again. Just as I expected. Second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why. Hear something, but it's no basilisk screech. Human voices.
Yamo, Harry, prepare the equipment. Beast wandered off somewheres. We got to lure it back. And who might you be?
Funny. About to ask you the same.
They call us the Reavers.
Çok tanıdık.
Reavers? Wouldn't happen to hail from Crinfrid, would you?
Aye, we do. But how's it you know? And again, who the hell are you?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher. Know your brethren in arms. Boholt, Kenneton Desperate, New Boy too.
Ah, you're that witcher. Aye, Boholt mentioned you. Said you swing a mean sword.
A professional. Good you came along. Could take on the brute together. Talk is the venom's something horrifying. Could use another pair of hands. Fee what we've gotten from the guild. We'll share it fair and square. You in?
Gentlemen, this hurts my ears and pains my heart. You aim to kill your caste? It cannot be. The creature is protected.
If you fear to lose the guild's reward, I shall repay it, and reward you doubly to leave the beast be.
You cannot slay the last living specimen of a near-extinct subspecies.
Willing to pay, are you? Long as we do nothing? That's rather novel. What say you to that, master? Far as I know, beasts culled the human race by 5 already.
Beast has to die. We work together, we'll make
Easy.
quick work of it.
After all I told you of your caste, you would murder her? Or you will regret this, friend. I know folk. I shall tell them you
Aynen.
slew the
Aynen.
last surviving specimen.
Sorry, Master de Salvarez. Actually, not sorry.
Değilim,
A
aynen.
monster's a monster. Silvery, plaid, or polka-dotted, last or next to last specimen, doesn't matter. It's a dangerous predator that kills humans. Enough said.
Herbalists. Alchemists, I know many. They will despise you. I shall tell them of a heartless cur who cares not an ounce for balance in nature. You shall pay arms and legs for their wares. More!
Somebody plug this Lorden's gob, eh? Right, Master.
Aynen, bir zahmet
How do we
yani.
aim to fight the filth? With crossbows? Comply with bolts while you do the hack and slash? Or all go at it as a bunch, blades in hand, fire in our hearts? You decide. You're the one with experience.
Kanka insanları öldüren bir basilisk var ama türünün son örneği. Gümüş basilisk. Dünyada sadece bir tane kalmış. Yani doğal olarak da bunu sahiplenen bir adam var. Adam da şey diyor yani, hani bunu öldürmeyin, size para vereyim diyor. Yani bu tür sona ermesin, dünyadan silinmesin diyor bu tür. Ama yani mantıken baktığın zaman yani bir Witcher yapması gerekeni yapması lazım. Yani bu işin şakası yok. İnsanların, masum insanların canına kıyan bir yaratık sonuçta yani. Affı yok. Nesli tükenecekleri tükensin yani. Umurumda değil.
Use your crossbows, keep her on the ground. Good idea.
Did you say her?
It's a female, yeah.
Hear that, lads? We've a learned Witcher here. 100 spans out, and he spotted what the lizard's got between his legs. Right now, lads. You've heard the specialist.
Uzman olmak böyle bir şey.
Crossbows.
All good and fine, but the monster's not in its nest. Gotta track it down first.
Not at all necessary, Geralt. We looked into it. Gave it a think. Traders used
Yok ya, yumurtasını buluyorduk da herhalde kırılmış mıydı neydi, öyle bir şeydi, hatırlamıyorum tam. Bakacağız.
Came into a bit, aye. Yeah, willing to do the honors?
There.
Grab your bellies! Shoot the bitch down!
Bak ya, set müzik girdiler.
To fight to the true witcher's side. Prime the way you swung that razor, mate.
Ne sandın?
Mentioned some fee from a guild. I hear you right?
Ha! Witcher drives right for the gut. A professional, right thorough. Your share, friend. Every last copper as we agreed.
GG.
We'll collect us a few of them silver scales and the tail. Proof for the guild, right?
And we'll get word of you to some folk. Merchant folk, meaning. They ought to treat you right.
Thanks, and farewell.
Kellesini de alıyorum. Yani almam lazım.
Cruelly slow.
Bunun kellesi çok iyi bonus veriyor ya. Her bir şeyden var birazcık. Her bir şeyle. %1 uzuv kesme olasılığı, %1 canavarlardan bonus tecrübe, %1 insan olmayanlardan, %1 bonus altın, %1 ilave ot. Yani her bir şeyden var. Keşke %2 olsaydı bari ya. Kankacım av bıçağı, yani av bıçağı normal değil mi? Yani geniş böyle keskin. Bence gayet normal.
Run, Roach.
Nereye gidiyorsun Roach? Yani seni buraya çağırıyorum, gidiyorsun. Vallahi deli bu ya.
That's it, Roach. Not so fast, Roach.
Give me peace, please. What makes you insist on me as your victim? Why choose me to torment? Begone, foul spirit.
You're tormented. By what?
Forgive me, but I must ask directly. Are you a man?
Ben insan değilim abla, ben Witcher'ım.
I no longer trust my senses.
İnsanlar beni insan olmaya layık görmezler maalesef.
Not exactly. I'm a Witcher. Quite a few folk think I don't deserve to be classified as a member of the human species. Know some personally.
A witcher? But no. Nor can you help me.
We'll see. Just tell me what the problem is.
A foulness, a demon or wraith haunts me, grants me no rest. It wants something. I sense this, but know not what. Each day it appears, tarries, then leaves. It's here now, there, beyond the trees.
Don't see a thing.
Of course not. It cannot be seen.
Yet you see it?
Only when I drink the brew, which brings a pain to my head.
Mümkün değil kanka öyle bir şey. Mümkün değil ya.
But I endured these to keep an eye on the wraith, my tormentor.
Enteresan.
This demon of yours, can you describe it?
It is an enormous horse. Its hoofbeats pounding in the dark. It gallops to me, stops, stares, then runs on.
Sure it's not just a wild horse, run-of-the-mill?
The creature is not of this world. When it gazes at me, a terrible chill pervades my soul. It is evil condensed.
Yok be kanka, öyle olmaz ya. Yani lore friendly olmaz. Cine dilek dilesin. Kanka cinin de bir limiti var ama biliyorsun.
Still my breath and heart.
What's your brew made of? Gotta wonder what's causing such strong visions. You drop in some mushroom, jumper tub, dancing dewlap?
Close. The common grey top. I see you know your herbs.
Grey top? Variety's extinct if I recall correctly.
Nearly, but not quite. I was able to grow a few from dried spores. I'd hoped a brew of grey top would reveal this nightmare. I was not wrong.
As far as I know, grey top produces some powerful side effects. Though it can, in fact, reveal the hidden, the immaterial.
Yes, I see the evil. Better that than to know it is there, but not know where.
Ya bu diyalog setini çok iyi ya. Halüsinasyon almayı bırakırsan sorun kendiliğinden hallolur. Yani şey diyorsun kısaca da kadına. Yani abla sen içmekten bunları derilmişsin, halüsinasyon görüyorsun. Sen bunları bırakırsan her şey düzelecek. ne kadar profesyonel olmayan bir seçenek ya. Geralt'ın asla söylemeyeceği bir şeydir yani normal şartta.
Need to talk about how much I'll get paid first.
Is it gold you want?
Orens or Novigrad crowns. Florence will work too.
Herhalde yakışmaz bize ya. Olmaz.
I've nothing in fact. Just
yani bir kere bile seçmedim ya. çok acı verici bir diyalog yani.
Tend to this quickly, completely. And several sacks will be yours. Agreed?
Bak abla soğan deseydin. Bak soğan deseydin olurdu ama patates olmaz ya. Sağ ol.
If that's the case, no pay required. Need those potatoes more than I do. Fine. You seem sure something's out there. I'll see what I can do. Start by taking a look around.
I'm dead on my feet. Tired.
Yok kanka patates kabul etmedim ya. Dedim paraya ihtiyacım yok dedim. Bu sefer almayayım senden dedim. Madem durumun yok dedim. Arada bir iyilik yapmak lazım böyle insanlara.
Dead moths. Attracted to some ghosts like to the light of a candle. Seems there's at least some truth to the hermit's ravings.
Güveler. Yani gece kelebekleri oluyor değil mi güveler? Aynen. Gece kelebekleri. Demek ki onların çok sayıda olması hayalet olduğu anlamına geliyor etrafta.
Common gray top. Strong hallucinogen. Thought extinct. Often get to see that. Drops of blood on the pillow. Trail of him leading to the window. Shutters closed tight. Need to check the other side, see if the trail continues.
Buradan devam ediyor.
Trail of blood starts at the pillow, ends here. Medallion's still vibrating. Something drinks the hermit's blood at night. That I know. Gotta talk to her. Maybe she can tell me something more.
Görüşürüz kankam benim. Dikkat et kendine.
Witcher.
Heard flagellants whip themselves to atone for all humankind's wrongs. To appease the gods, gain their forgiveness. That why you do it?
We've each our own reasons. I seek to atone for the suffering of a living being, which once fell victim to another's vanity. I care not for humankind, preferring instead the company of animals.
Most likely some kind of wraiths tormenting you. Can't tell what kind, though. Felt weak, spent lately? Noticed bite marks on your skin?
As I said, I feel weaker by the day. And bites, of course. There are lice and midges here aplenty.
This isn't lice. Something much bigger drinks your blood while you sleep.
But I do not sleep. Not a wink. He's always present, always watching. I cannot bear it any longer.
Sadly, not much I can do. Can't exterminate it if I can't see it.
Doğru.
I shall make a brew of it for you. I've 2 mushrooms left, enough for 1 dose. Perhaps then you'll see what I do.
Yani bu mantarların tehlikeli etkileri olabilir.
This mushroom, even in me, could produce some nasty, unpredictable side effects.
True. There is no knowing how Grey Top would affect a mutated body.
A proper brew could be our only chance to figure this out. All right. High time we tried this. If I start muttering something about unicorns or sorceresses, ignore it. See no wraith.
Wow, this clover's amazing. Now that's what I call a bouquet.
Who said that?
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though.
Roach? Your voice. It's, interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound... girlish.
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? As far as I know, I'm your first.
Good point. Must be the brew that did this. Interesting side effect.
Great, isn't it? You should take this stuff more often. Got so many pointers I could give you.
Can't, sadly. Drinking this too often could prove fatal. Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle? How's that work exactly?
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, as the world falls down.
Still kinda strange. How you cross the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence. What's that about?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
Listen, got this contract I need to finish before the brew wears off.
Right. Monster won't slay itself. Let me see. First up, I need to know what we're dealing with. Follow me, and try not to trample any plants or small animals. Geralt, we gotta inspect this area closely. I'll look for clues. You stand there and... well, just stand.
Right.
Will you look at that?
Greetings. Scares me.
Clever man, is that it? Fuck off.
Ophir, have you beaten her?
You look thirsty. Ooh, thirsty indeed.
All due respect.
Don't see anything here.
These are hoof prints. Not just any old horses either. These were left by an astral being. Otherworldly. We gotta follow them. Geralt, look! This here's definitely a clue!
Dead moths often mean a phantom's nearby.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Now, what about the smell? Same whiff I caught at the cemetery in Vizima when we were hunting ghouls. The smell of... death.
Smells normal to me. Not taking me for a ride, are you?
Seriously? All right. Now I know what we're up against. Right, Geralt. Let's sum up what we know so far.
We're dealing with some kind of wraith or phantom, most likely. It visits the hermit at night, drinks her blood. Even if we manage to find it, I've got no idea how I could possibly fight it.
Geralt, please, I got this. It's definitely an Umbra, an immaterial wraith. This one's assumed the form of a horse.
An Umbra actually makes sense. Umbra are completely invisible, even to Witchers. But how can you be sure?
Because it's not invisible to me, Doofus. It's right over there. It's getting away! Come on, Witcher! Hop in the saddle! Gotta catch it! There's the Umbra! Let's go, Geralt! After it! Hey! Gotta save my strength a bit. No telling how long we're gonna need to keep running. Geralt, we gotta have a man-to-horse talk. No offense, but your riding skills, they leave a bit to be desired, buddy. You'd really do me a solid if you could, apply a slightly surer hand. Be a little more decisive about where you want me to go. Sometimes I got no idea, buddy. Like a left, right, toward where I'm standing?
Be great if you could respond more fluidly to my commands.
Hey, heard this one? Horse walks into a tavern, and the innkeeper says, "Hey, pal, why the long face?" Ha! Let's not lose sight of that umbra. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's right there. Run, Roach.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
As long as we're being candid, I gotta ask, why do you sometimes buck me off in the middle of a fight?
First I've heard. I don't recall that ever happening.
Of course you don't.
Melted into thin air. Oh, fuck! Geralt, watch out! Good gods! What's with the overgrown demon cat?
Marcello Clarici, knight. Died last year. Was more or less the same age as our hermit. Seems his spirit's become a horse-shaped umbra that's tormenting Penastri.
Why are you telling me this? I can read and draw my own conclusions.
Thinking aloud, that's all. Helps me focus.
Geralt, it's the Umbra! Attack!
Let me explain.
Talk, but make it fast. Why are you tormenting the hermit?
She torments me, refuses to forgive me. I'm denied peace in the afterlife, and it's all her doing. Each day I come and beg her for clemency.
Beg her for clemency? You drink her blood, drive her mad with fear.
I don't know how to explain it, but yes, a monstrous force takes me. Though I also know I'll not have peace till the day Penastri forgives me.
You and the hermit, how do you know each other?
We met as babes, grew up side by side. I loved her. Yet she was always sad. Nothing could cheer her. The world terrified her. I thought her gloom came from being poor. So I did my damnedest to take us from our village, make us a better life elsewhere. Became a squire, took her with me to the palace. But Penastri soon learned nobles are no more decent than peasants, not a speck. Once even I'd grown vile to her eyes, she fled the palace and joined the flagellants. I left the court to be near her, yet she cast me off. Said she didn't want to know me. When the whip-bearers proved too hard-hearted for her too, she became a hermit. I see it clearly now, though I never understood her while alive. From the grave's dark depth, the living are bright, sharp flares. You see all their thoughts at once. Now I understand why she had to cast me off.
She's full of rage. Probably what turned you into an Umbra. Why take the form of a horse?
A horse? What do you mean? Each day since I died, the power lifts me from my grave and makes me run. Then I return with blood in my mouth. I don't know what this is, how it comes to pass, but I do know the torment will continue until she forgives me. But she sees me as a horse, you say?
Seems so. Same way I saw you. Must have hurt her something awful if she refuses to forgive you, would rather see you suffer. What did you do?
To her? Nothing. But my horse, I flogged it to death. Pinastri, she saw this. A proud stallion, my Blaze. But he was a bucker, and tossed me during a tourney. One I'd wanted to win badly. Pinastri had been so glad they'd let me stand. Me, a peasant's son. I wanted to win it for her. But that horse made me lose. Rage overcame me. I struck and struck until at last he fell. Oh, the regret. I beg you, forgive me. Absolve me in Blaze's very name.
Can't forgive you for that. Not in my power.
But your horse could? Please, I'd do anything. I'm desperate. Help me. Noble mare, forgive me my sin.
Could free his spirit, pardoning him on behalf of his horse. But you shouldn't do it if you don't think he deserves forgiveness.
Did a rotten thing. Got no excuse. Your horse was loyal. Did the best damn job he could. 'Cause that's how we horses are.
True. I know I deserved what befell me.
But we aren't vengeful, don't hold grudges, don't dwell on being left in monster-infested woods. So, in your poor Blaze's name, I forgive you.
Oh, thank you. I feel it's incredible. Such relief, such lightness.
All right then. Guess we might as well head back. Panastri's nights ought to be ghost-free from now on. Anything to add, Geralt?
Nope. Let's go see her. Phantom's gone. Shouldn't torment you ever again.
I felt a change. I did. As if I'd been released from a cramped, dark cellar. I had come to believe no one could help me. I'm grateful, Witcher.
Ought to thank my horse, actually. Phantom's departure, mostly Roach's doing.
Then I thank you too, noble creature.
Gotta admit, easy peasy with our powers combined. So, what now? We hit the path? Right to the nearest notice board? Rustle up another contract?
Exactly. Though, effects of the bruise waning. I can feel it. Won't be able to understand you soon.
That's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and...
clever beasts' horses. Farewell, Witcher.